We returned to Paris on the ground of the Exposition Universelle. It would be good to sleep in a real bed again. Reports, though, have been coming in of Temple coming face to face with beings from beyond the grave. The Taishi Academy and Royal Avalon Society were seeking explorers to confirm these stories. Oh, quite nice. We're gonna still work for the Royals, and we already had. Yeah, Avalon lost, so we got a moleskin head from that. Nice. And we're gonna join the next competition, though. Yeah. Spectral Friends. Encounters with Ghosts. A nice diversion indeed. Let's go to the Shady Dealer and see what we can find. Yeah. The question is, should we change the machete or not? That's one of the things. Of course, it's the machete would help us to get through the jungles, but it was a very meager weapon. So well. Maybe we'll just go to the Boussole Cassé and go for a financier and get a little bit of budget. And then go for another expedition. Out there, I had to choose my next expedition carefully. Trials and triangulations, we had that already. There's a map in stone. To a mysterious lost treasure. That we didn't have yet. So, circles of standing stones are rumored to lead the way to a mysterious lost treasure. Oh, that's very tempting. Yes, please help us with that. The night before I was to depart, the streets of Paris were awash with the flickering light of street lamps as I made my way to the bar. The tavern seemed particularly full this evening, and the barkeep was in a constant rush. But I took a sip of my drink. She asked me if I could not spare someone to help her out for the night. The barkeep. But really? Distrust of others? I don't know, they will probably become drunks then or something. No, not tonight. I couldn't let anyone help out at the tavern tonight. Finished my drink and went to bed. Bon voyage. Bon voyage. We were eager to have all of them fresh and relaxed in that last night, so we couldn't give them anything here. My ship arrived, my beautiful ship, encountering a small supply vessel. I was grateful the Royal Avalon Society for providing me with funds and equipment. I would acquire some more very useful equipments, and then go further. Oh yeah, the carrier pigeons. Yes. That would be good, and of course, food cans would come in helpful. As well as some tea and the water of legend. Oh, yes, please. 3 out of 5. Yes. We would get some tea. Some of the beautiful water. And some food cans. 1 shovel, though, we would need. I would really like a pigeon as well. A pigeon or 2, yes. So, we would have a lot to carry with us. but it all makes absolute sense. So, 1, 2, these items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it should be good. It should be good. We should use the stone circles to locate the treasure. My provisions chosen, I considered if there was yet more to be done before it landed on the island. Well, we could use a little bit of water. And then begin the expedition. The Royal Avalon Society had asked us to confirm stories about ghosts on these islands. Could they really be true? Legends told of a great treasure among these islands, but there was only one problem. No one knew where it was located. Fortunately, the Royal Avalon Society had found a clue. An island where locals told of ancient circles of stone were rumored to lead to the treasure. I'd need to find the stone circles to uncover the true location, the treasure I sought. We landed on a beautiful beach with palm trees nearby, and already something mysterious was maybe waiting for us. A shrine. How enticing. It was not what we needed to find, but certainly very tempting. Arrived at a long-forgotten shrine, I could hear the roar of turbulent water as if a great river lay buried beneath my feet. We would enter the shrine, and we would search for secrets in there. Knocking on the walls, I noticed that one section echoed with a hollow resonance. Upon inspection, I found a subtle slab door leading to a second chamber. Let's push that open. It took all of my strength, but I managed to move the great slab to one side. Wiping sweat from my brow, I cautiously entered the small doorway. I entered a small room, adorned with religious implements. Looking through the ceremonial ornaments, I noticed something that seemed to hold real value. Let's take it. Oh, a golden heart and a tribal artifact. That will come in handy. Stuffed my plundered treasure into a satchel and returned to the entry chamber, where we found a sacred altar room, and hearing the sound of water stopped us from taking the priceless emerald falcon. Ooh. We returned to the chamber and left for now. Then looked at the tribal artifact. It depicted a powerful god, a single almighty divinity. In some ways it reminded me of Christianity, except of course that it was obviously false. Well, we would definitely go further through the dry lands. But not without some traditional tea. We had found an ancient stone circle. What would we find there? I approached the first of the stone circles. According to legend, the first piece of the map would be found here. Let's study the stones. Putting forth a large roll of paper that I had brought for the purpose, I carefully copied the etchings on the stones. My map was beginning to take shape. Nice, 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 nice. There was, though, more. A stone overhang was what we had discovered here. That would be something where we could camp, right? Not something we needed to do, though. It's time to go about this carefully. And so we moved carefully over there. The fog swirled around me as I entered the moving bank. I wandered within it for what seemed an eternity. When I finally got my bearings, I saw that the fog had settled densely on my position. Quickly, I hurried to escape. Oh my goodness me. What happened there? Oh, there was something hidden there in the north of the island. travel a bit. Ah, there was a ferry station. Something that we, though, wouldn't really need. I'd rather go further here. And from afar we saw a sinking shrine. A cave in the mountain. A lot of mysterious things. We would approach the islanders first, that we saw when we had landed. Our first meeting with the people of this land was an encounter with a pair of scouts. They reacted with great surprise at our strange appearance. They were looking curious, had strange stones with them. It wasn't long before we were able to communicate, and they had many questions. Firstly, they needed to know what I did want here in their territory. We wanted to explore these islands. I told them I was here to discover the wonders of this unexplored territory. They seemed amused at hearing it described as unexplored and told me of a nearby location that I might take interest in. There were other questions, largely inconsequential. I was relieved when it ended and pondered what to do next. I certainly had questions of my own. I would try to give them a gift. Why not? We could give them the golden heart. Or really the tribal artifact. I don't know. We had so many first aid kits. Maybe one of them was something they would like. And in addition to that, a torch. No, we could not give them a torch. Torches were equally desirable for us. So maybe the tribal artifact. Anticipating further contact with these people, I offered the gift. They accepted it gladly, surprise and warmth showing on their faces. It was finally time to go, and I bid the curious islanders farewell and continued on my journey. Many things to see. First, we would explore the cave. And then, my friends, hurry to the sinking tower. Peered into a mysterious tunnel. From where I stood, I could see nothing but darkness inside. We would explore the cave with the help of a torch. Easy. Taking care in the dark, I managed to find a path without further problems. Far end of the cave, I found a beautiful grotto with an astonishing variety of mushrooms. We'll take some water with us. And also some mushrooms. We found a dream mushroom that would greatly elevate the mood, but has a permanent psychological after effect. Well, we would take it with us. Why not? Then we would hurry to the sinking tower, but how could we reach that thing even? It was a mystery to us, like so many mysteries. It appeared as if we could maybe not reach that in time. Well, it was time for a sip of tea. And a new consideration. Where would we go? Where would we go? Rather to the south or to the north? Maybe we should first go to the northern realms, as we were close to that. So we moved carefully. A crocodile near us launched into attack, but we were quicker. There were two of the beasts, dangerous, waiting for us. What would we do? Let's distract them. And then we would need to strike. We hoped for the best. They got us hurting. What would we do next? A strong strike was sure to help us out there. Oh no! We had misjudged what we needed to do. We had misjudged it. Take that, crocodile, we said. And we burned it, finally. What? Oh, it did not burn away quickly enough. What now? What now? We had to attack the other beast. Quick. Well, one small hit was enough to take the beast out. That was what we had to do. Again. Its dangerous jaws took a bite out of us. And again we prepared. To hit it further. Try to protect ourselves, distract the enemy. To no avail. Though we struck the beast. And this was nearly enough. We looted the bodies of the fallen. Crocodile hides, teeth, and great raw meat, and also seashells. Made our way quite okay. It was time to send our first heavy carrier pigeon away to Paris. With a golden heart, a dream mushroom, and, oh well, 2 crocodile hides. Stroked the pigeon's head and lifted it into the air, struggling with the weight. Began to slowly fly back to the ship. Then we decided to eat some things. Yeah, so much meat came from these. Time to get into the shrine as well. Arrived at a majestic stone structure. The air was hot and the ground rumbled occasionally from volcanic activity. We found a small damp chamber in there and explored the thing. Hidden beneath some rubble, I spotted a small piece of loot that had first escaped. I noticed we found some small jewels. Entered the altar chamber just to take a look, not to necessarily take something, even though there was an exquisite golden coral and a golden hand there. We left and still could not reach the sinking tower. It was time to go to the other island. Found a new ferry station, and a number of them as well. Islanders were nearby. It was time to talk to these friendly people again. Greeted each other warmly, but the language barrier made things difficult. We quickly fell into an awkward silence. It reached a breaking point, and I began to snicker. My laughter was infectious, and soon both sides were laughing uproariously. Somehow the encounter stuck in my mind the rest of the day as I continued my travels. It's just beautiful. We had heard, though, of some butterflies from the people, and went to catch them for our collection. Waterfalls as well. Oh, how nice. And a village, if I was not mistaken. No, a shack. A shack. Out there in the nowhere land. We wouldn't visit the shack. But we would surely spend some time at the healing springs. We wandered over. It was time to relax a bit. The water was wonderfully warm, perfectly suited for a relaxing soak. Oakley wanted to learn something, and we trained her. Then we rested. It was tense as I sat by the campfire. Exhausted, I neglected that night to properly secure my baggage. As soon as I turned my back, a small monkey crept into the camp and scampered off. A bit of my gear held tight. We wanted to catch the monkey. Quickly, do it! We got it. With the help of all of us. Not only did I recover my stolen items, but I also found something it had taken from a different victim, a golden coral. Beautiful. We would sleep. This beautiful location. The waters of the springs healed even the smallest of afflictions. The water sparkled in the morning light. We would rest again. Homie told me I'd heard many stories about this area. Our path should be clearer now. Very nice. Good that he remembered. That would make our travels a lot easier. The water sparkled in the morning light. It's time to drink some tea and go a little further on our travels. I found another stone circle. Entered a ring of stones for a second time on my journey. Immediately I saw that the second piece of the map was carved into the stones here. Just as anticipated, we would study the stones. I carefully matched my sketches from the first circle to the new designs, filling in several blank areas. My map was one step closer to completion. Very nice, very nice. We could go through the mists again. And we would do that. Thankfully, Homie was with us. We needed to dare. From here to there. fog swirled around me again and we lost some days. But we could approach the stone statue indeed. Though we definitely had to go and leave the fog. Oh. Its cold eyes seemed to stare right at me. There's a collection of offerings that had been placed here by some unknown islanders. We would examine them, but found nothing of value for us and quickly left. Now it was time to proceed our journey, but where to go now? There was something hidden at the edge of an island. There was still a lot to explore. Drink some tea. And use the water of legend to speed our journey up massively. It heard of a trader to the south of the lands. And went as far as we could. Drank some water. And found another sinking shrine, quite close to us. We had to hurry to catch it quickly. Time for some tea. Approached the sinking shrine. Loomed ahead crumbling stairs winding around the ancient tower. The terrain nearby was a dry wasteland, despite the lush landscape of the surrounding region. The climb was treacherous. I managed to reach the entrance near the top of the tower. I found a small shadowy chamber and looked inside thoroughly. Discovered a hidden trapdoor in the floor. Opening it, I saw a second gloomy chamber beneath this one. And I lowered myself into the hole. And we found an arcanist's workshop there. And a good religious icon to take with us. And maybe present the Aborigines with it. There was another emerald falcon there. Probably something that was typical for their religion. Well, we would leave it there. We would not disturb the followers of the emerald falcon too much. And would go forward into the direction of a swamp and a trader. Hello there, good man. The man groaned beneath the weight of a heavy pack containing his wares. He hesitated before presenting us with this selection. Couldn't help but wonder how he had acquired such goods so far away from home. Many seashells. He sells seashells. Oh yes, a war saddle was one of his best items. And some beautiful, tasty, wonderful chocolate that we would take very much. Oh, he also wanted to buy some animal teeth and jewels. Were one of his weak spots. But what else would he take? A religious icon, maybe? Yeah, that was right up his alley. And other than that, a good first aid kit. That was risky though. But we couldn't let him have other things. I ventured into the wilderness once more with a lot of chocolate indeed. Ate some of our food cans. And went on to, well, search something that was directly at the coast. Purple mist was before us. We hoped we would get through it, and we did. We found the village of the a village of the islanders. It's very interesting. Hello there, islanders. I saw the salamanders staring openly at me, their mouths agape. It seemed that my appearance was as strange to them as theirs was to me. The villagers welcomed me with smiles on their faces. And we would indeed meet with their ruler. The chieftain welcomed me to her tent, offering a steaming cup of tea. To my delight, it was surprisingly delicious. After a time, the chieftain made it clear that the custom among her people was to offer a gift when visiting. She looked at me expectantly. Yeah. What can I do? We would give her a gift. What kind of gift was enough? Apparently they valued seashells a lot there, so we gave them some seashells. Even to a very, very high extent. I reluctantly handed over a token of respect and goodwill. And I was now free to make a request of my own. We would ask for a request. If there was anything to do to help the village. I was told of a relic of religious significance that had been stolen long ago. They had a map, but I would need to dig it up. I was given a map and a shovel and instructed to take the greatest of care. The relic was of great importance, and they prayed for its safe return to the village. I thanked them for their time and made my exit. I exited the hut, breathing in the sea air deeply as I returned to the main village square. And we would take this chance and rest in the village. An elderly villager approached me with a cup of tea, chanting solemnly. I drank it to be polite, the taste strong and bitter in my mouth. The chanting continued, and after a time I felt myself joining in, almost against my will. My vision swam, and I felt a wealth of knowledge straining at the borders of my perception. Time passed. I do not know how long. All things seemed one, and I drifted into unconsciousness with a feeling that I had touched something important there, become one with the night. One with the night and the crab. Oh my goodness me, what? What has happened there to us? In insanity? My time with the friendly islanders was a delight. Yeah, we would rest once again, because we needed to. I never expected to see Henri Durand again, but there he was, tied to a pole at the rear of the village. Inquiring further, it seemed that he had slapped a child. To free him, I would have to make up for his offenses. Yeah, we hate the man, but he is angry. Yeah, we would ignore him. I left him for the villagers to deal with. Perhaps we would let him go, perhaps not. I did not see him again. He's already angry. After such a long rest, it was time to go travel again. I felt an undercurrent of trust for the villagers. We looked at the map. A very peculiar island. It seemed like it was just up there to the north of the island, and we would certainly meet it if we just went on and traveled the island, then returned. Ah, another stone circle. I entered the third stone circle, observing the intricate carvings there with a practiced eye. We would study the stones. I copied the third set of carvings quickly, my hand by now skilled at the task. Now I'd only need to find the last circle to finish the map. Indeed, and there was something to dig up. Exactly here. Let's run and help them out. It's not waiting for us. There was also the last island that we should get to, but first it was time for a dig. A sacred mask. Opening an old rotten chest, I found the village's religious artifact inside. It was time to return quickly. Also a little bit reluctantly, we would travel there. Hoping for the purple mist to leave us be. Just one more step to approach the village. When I returned, the village was buzzing with activity. Several smiling locals welcomed me as I entered. I have to spread knowledge about this tribe. We would finish their task. Give them their religious artifact. They thanked me for the return of the mask. I saw tears of strong emotion in her eyes as I turned to leave. We would trade too. We got a spiked club from them that we could not really use. And they had things to eat. It was just raw fish, but it was better than nothing. Some coca leaves would also help us out, probably. A religious icon from a local god. Maybe could be purchased for trading. And conch shells. That could come in handy, maybe. We would have to see. One conch shell definitely would be something. Some coca leaves. Yeah, a lot of things, actually. Maybe we would take some more conch shells. You'd never know when you'd need these. It was a deal. A fair deal. We had it out. It's time to eat. And then make a run for it. There were other islanders we had met. We wanted to meet them again. Hurry, hurry, before the fog returns again, my friends. There's only one circle left. And maybe these islanders can tell us where it is. In my travels I came across another small group of islanders who were picking fruits from tall trees. They were in fine spirits and greeted me gladly as I arrived. I marveled at how adroitly they scaled the trees. They invited me to give a try, and we would try it. Climbed the tree skillfully, my natural athletic abilities holding me in good stead. The islanders cheered from below, and I kept a few pieces of fruit for my troubles. Fruit that we would eat instantly. Delicious mangoes. There was, though, another island. Very close by. The fog was closing in, and we had to hurry. Find something there. We found a strange stone disc. we would travel to. It must have been carved by islanders centuries ago. It seemed now long forgotten. We would analyze the markings of it. And we wanted to know something here. So we didn't have to travel there. Perfect. Beautiful. We then looked again and made some beautiful fish. Ate some of the cans and recovered a bit, only to continue further in the search for the last stone circle. We would try to meet with islanders again, as it had done so much good for us before. Onward, onward. And the islanders went in to meet us. We met a small party of hunters, killing a beast that they had just downed. When they saw me approach, they greeted me warmly and invited me to share in the spoils of their kill. We would join their feast. I helped the hunters dress the meat and joined them that evening around the fire. That night we ate well, passing the time in contented conversation. What a nice evening we had. There was a strange monolith there, but we were reluctant to go there. It's time to eat some food cans again. The most tasty thing. But surely it would help us some. Out there in Nowhere Land, we actually found a mission. We hurried in there to find out what the missionary had to trade. It was time to barter a bit. But indeed, he had nothing much. Still, we could take something of his chest. Maybe some shovels would be good to take. Maybe one shovel and a first aid kit. He insisted we took this. We had to leave. He told us of a strange place at the side of the island, and we had to try to get there. We took in some of our chocolate and hoped for the best. Making our way forward. Indeed, the path was there to find the last stone circle. Hurry up, friends, we said. We approached the circle. My heart began to beat faster. I came to the final stone circle. I was almost finished. We would complete the map. At long last, my map was complete. I could not wait to return to Paris and plan my next expedition to recover the treasure. Hooray. Made a beautiful parade, and the Royal Avalon Society was happy. Just a little bit, though, because we didn't meet some ghosts. Just fame and more fame was what was counting for this. A lot of treasure contributed to our glory. And we had learned more. We would become an apt mountaineer. As I returned to Paris, I knew I should hurry to inform Malin of my latest findings. I had indeed noticed strange patches of fog roaming on that island. Perhaps that was a clue. That was something we would explore on another day, my friends. Have a great time until next time, and happy gaming. This is Immanuel Can signing out. See you soon, and happy gaming.